glad you're here. Today, we're talking about one of my favorite firearms, and that is my P320 collective build. And the main star of this show is the Parker Mountain Machine Ultra Comp. There's their logo up front under the bore. There it is, starting to wear away on the barrel. This thing is fantastic. We're going to talk about it. I've had about 2,000 rounds through this thing, a little bit more than that for sure. The last time I talked about this build, I was about 500 rounds into it. Through those 500 and through the 2,000, even though it's definitely changed up the ejection pattern, it has eaten through everything that I've fed it. Haven't had any failures whatsoever. Before we get into the details of the compensator, I want to talk about some links down in the description. We're going to knock them out real quick. The first one is Lems Shoes. This is my go-to range boot, the Lems Outlander. It is a zero drop style shoe, so my feet are doing what they're supposed to. The muscles of my feet are getting strong and not atrophying, which they will in modern style heel to toe drop shoes. Lems has other offerings other than boots, obviously. They've got cross trainers, they've got casuals, they've got dress shoes, and everything in between. If you're looking to live a more natural life for your feet, as if you're barefoot, then look into Lems Shoes. Wide toe box, zero drop. All of their shoes are going to have that. Super comfortable. Link down in the description to take you over to the Lems website. Next, my favorite, Axle hearing protection. Game-changing ear pro in the form of buds. They do your typical muffs as well, which are super comfortable and sound really good and are Bluetooth capable. This is all of that, except without the muffs pressing down your ears. They are very lightweight. The wires go behind your head and they pretty much disappear while you're wearing them. Especially with the active listening, the sound quality is so good, it seems like I'm not wearing Ear Pro. I'm just having a conversation with my ears nice and open, but my ears are protected and I'm not losing hearing. These are the GX Extreme 1.0s. They are going to be on the less expensive side of things because the 2.0s have been out for a while. Axle is always running deals though of, I've seen as much as 50% off. So depending on when you head to the website, you may be able to find a killer deal on a awesome pair of Ear Pro, and they may or may not have some completely wireless options coming out here soon. I'm very excited about all of that. But Axle, Ear Pro, go and check them out with the link down in the description. If there's not a sale running, Seaver Shoots will save you 15% at checkout, or odds are good they're running some kind of deal. Now let's get into the video. Again, we are talking about this P320, focusing mainly on the Parker Mountain Machine Ultra Comp that we have here on the front. Comp barrel combo. You cannot buy one without the other because they only integrate with each other. You can't take this comp and put it on another barrel. It's not going to work. You can't take this barrel, run another comp on it. Not going to work. They come together and they work really, really well. This is the old P320 X Carry barrel that I swapped out for the Parker Mountain Machine barrel, and I've noticed no difference between the two. One is not more or less accurate than the other one, so that is good. In my opinion, obviously, aesthetically, starting to wear off the mountain there from Parker Mountain Machine, but that is okay. It still looks fantastic. The main event is happening here at the front, which is the Ultra Comp. So I'll give you a good look of it. It's got really nice aesthetics. I really like their logo there on the front. And I really like the cuts that they have in order to keep it fairly lightweight, but I think one of the benefits of this actually is its weight. And then our nice big chunky ports up there at the front. One thing I love about this is that I can capture it in the dust cover thanks to the modularity of the P320 system and all of the different length and style grip frames that companies are making. The aftermarket for the P320 is absolutely bananas, and the modularity of the system is really cool, and you will see why soon. But the comp, again, captured in the dust cover, it adds a good amount of weight towards the front. So other than just the comp shooting gases up, that weight is going to help bring that muzzle down for sure. Let's talk about compensation specifically, since it's a compensator. What is it compensating for? It's compensating for recoil. it is not compensating for crappy fundamentals. Bad grip, bad stance, all the things. It's not going to compensate for those. You got to figure those out first. If you think this is going to save your crappy fundamentals and make you a good shooter all of a sudden, you're dead wrong. You need to run your stock of gun and learn to manage recoil with that thing. And once you figure that out, then look to go to the next level by adding a compensator on. That is my 2 bits. A compensator is not going to make a crappy shooter a good shooter. It's going to make a good shooter a better shooter. But it all starts with those fundamentals. So get out there and train, as Flannel Daddy always likes to tell us, and that'll get you there. And then throw one of these guys on, and it will help you so much. It definitely helps me to run things way flatter. If you've paid attention to my social media or seen any of my other videos, you know for a fact that this compensator works when it comes to recoil management. It will keep that muzzle down, and the biggest thing for me is keeping the dot in the window. That is the place where I see the biggest help with compensation, is when I don't have a compensator on. My recoil management is good enough that the dot, after firing, when the slide reciprocates, will go up just above the window, and then I can bring it back down with my cadence. If I throw this compensator on, then that dot barely comes up to the top of the window. I can still see it, and now I bring it back down on target. Little up, down, and it is really easy to work that into your cadence and to get really quick and accurate follow-up shots. It does its job. These 2 big meaty ports up here blow that gas up, and it keeps the muzzle of this firearm down nice and controlled if you have good fundamentals already. So the last thing that I'll mention about this gun being all big and full size is I am not afraid to carry it. If you have the right holster and the right belt, you're gonna be able to carry something like this comfortably and concealably. As you can see, I'm really not having any issues keeping this guy from printing ridiculously. I have no problems sitting down in the car with this guy and driving around town. I have been wearing this thing all summer. I will interchange it out with my P365 XL because I do love that gun. I love the way it feels. I love the way it shoots. And there are some situations where I definitely want a smaller gun. Going to the movies, gonna be sitting there for a couple hours. Maybe my daughter's gonna want to hop on my lap. I don't want to have a giant thing here, but I want to have something with me for sure. All that being said, really nice and easy to get out. Not that bad. Don't be a sissy. I'm only 5'7", so you can't use my size as an excuse. I'm not a big guy. I'm not the big guy who can carry a big gun because he's big. No. I am a less than average sized guy who can carry this because I have the right equipment and I'm not a pansy. Last thing to talk about here. I am a big aesthetics guy, but if I absolutely have to, I will sacrifice aesthetics for performance. And that is why I'm going to make one change to this guy real quick. Again, like I talked about before, I've talked about it many times in other videos, I love being able to capture a comp in the dust cover. Now, Parker Mountain Machine is awesome about their aesthetics of their comps. The ones for their Glocks are not captured, and the ones for the M&Ps not captured, and the ones for the FNs not captured, and they all look really good because they think about the design and how to integrate that comp into the design. They did that with the P320 as well, which is why it captures inside the dust cover so nicely. But in my opinion, when it's not captured inside the dust cover, most compensators look hideous. They look like an afterthought, and I just don't like it, and I'm to the point where it's almost like the recoil management and the performance almost isn't worth the terrible aesthetics, and that's a bit of wrong think. I will be honest with you there, but like the Hellcat, for example, with the comp that people are running on it, that looks awful. That looks so ugly. I don't want to ever touch that thing in my life. Now, here's the nice thing about the P320 is it's just a really good looking gun in general, and the system is modular. So I can switch around pieces and parts super quick and easy. And I'm going to chop this up a little bit, but we are going to switch out the grip right now and break that dust cover rule, because I think there is a grip out there that is superior to the Wilson Combat grip frame. Even though this one's all pretty and Gucci'd up, there is something better out there for me. I actually even think it looks better to a degree, and I definitely shoot with it better. So let's get to it. So easy. I think that took me a minute total, even though I'm going to chop it up for you in the hopes that YouTube does not demonetize this video for me taking apart and putting back together a firearm. But Polymer 80 grip frame. I loved this thing way back when. This was just an X-carry. It looked like this. It was gorgeous and beautiful, and it shot fantastic. But I wanted to build a monster and ended up loving the result. I got this grip frame literally just because it wasn't a SIG grip frame and it had a full-length dust cover, and it looked really, really good at the time as well, and it served me fantastically. But through some testing, I found that this is just the ideal for me. It's the ideal grip angle. Perfect, nice, straight lines. I love the gray. I love the texturing. I really like the oversized mag release. I love the magwell from Steel City Armory. It works fantastic. Mag changes with this thing have always been a dream. I've just been bothered by the fact that the dust cover doesn't go far enough to capture the compensator, and I have barked up the Polymer 80 tree to see if they have any plans on making a full-size dust cover version, and as of this moment they do not, and that is unfortunate, but I still love it. It just feels great in the hand, and I am optimizing for shootability at this point, and I think this is going to give it to me. Now the nice thing is we're still going to fit all the same holsters and everything. The only difference is how it feels in my hand and the fact that it doesn't capture that compensator in the dust cover, and I can live with that for now. Polymer 80, for now. Maybe one day you'll come to your senses and you'll give the people what they want, but this is what I'm rolling with from now on, and I'm really happy about it. If you have any questions about this guy, feel free to reach out to me either in the comment section or DM me on Instagram. That is where I am most likely to answer whatever it is you want to ask me. Go ahead and check out the links down below if you are interested in any of the products that I talked about in this video. There will also be a link to my Patreon if you want to support my channel and make it so that I can get some more product through here for you to see before you buy. That would be fantastic. And as always, I will catch you later. You